Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Let me get that.
So, we finally arrived. I thought we'd never make it. Right, just follow me. So to suffice, unless you'd rather mine for more, Master.
I suppose 'tis so.
'Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering. Oh, glad am I to see the sky again.
If I were meant to spend my days in darkness, I'd have been born a mole.
I suppose 'tis so?
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Here, if you please.
Here we go again.
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot.
No quarrel here.
I'll combine my magic with yours, and you might cast the spell more quickly.
Uh-oh. Methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
Now then, which way?
What are we tarrying for? Onward, I say!
Fear not. You're safe with me.
Take that! Seems they know we're not to be trifled with.
I see no merit in hunting down such cravings. Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right.
These faces have grown mightily familiar.
That explains the harmony betwixt us.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if you're so inclined.
When the mind is split, the heart's not moved. Or so alone.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. Battle continues.
My training now. Still yourself. I'm counting on you.
Beg pardon, sir, but you wouldn't happen to be Batali, would you? You're not? Oh, thank goodness. I've a favour to beg, and I dare say I oughtn't ask it of anyone but a fellow Vermundian. This letter must reach the hands of a man called Ernesto. I've heard tell he's stationed on Volcanic Island, but the road in that direction appears to have been blocked off. 'Twould seem another route lies to the south, only 'tis plagued by monsters, and I dare not brave it myself. But you seem the capable sort. A soldier, I dare say. I'm sure such beasts would pose little trouble for one of your skill. Pray aid me in this matter, sir. I should not ask such an ordeal of you if I was not sorely desperate.
This needs to be delivered. Shall we see it done?
That changes things.
Off on another adventure, are we? I'm happy with our life. I couldn't ask for more.
Oh.
You're back! Have you any glimmer call for me? The forge will be needing more than that, I'm afraid. You're back! Have you any glimmer call for me? If you can bring us some glimmer coal, we'll be able to rekindle. As I've said, glimmer coal will want to cast your Digger's Ruins. That's...
around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Given the state of things, I may have to close the inn here lot. I fear for the future of this nation.
Always a pleasure.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Whoa!
Could you come over here?
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Should I tell you more?
Here again? I might have known.
I'm sure the Arisen would not bring us here without due cause.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Just when are you planning to return? Am I to be left by the wayside?
Yes, Master.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Would not be unwelcome for an ally to appear once.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Very well. I must. As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide. The Tal's Empress has clearly earned the love and respect.
If you can bring us some glimmer coal. As I've said, glimmer coal, so you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spots. Digger's Ruins. That's the name of...
I do so enjoy our talks.
If you can... As I've said, glimmer coal, so you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glow... Digger's Ruins. That's the name of the place.
My arm strong and my mind sharp.
If you can bring us some glimmer... As I've said, glimmer coal, so you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing... Digger's Ruins. That's the name of the place. If you can bring us some glimmer coal. As I've said, glimmer, so you'll want to cast your eyes about. Digger's Ruins. That...
Tisn't easy keeping the pantry stocked these days.
Still here, are you? My smithing days are done.
If you... As I've said, glimmer coal, so you'll want to cast your eyes. Digger's Ruins. That's the name.
My arm strong and my mind sharp.
Still here, are my smithing days are done. I'll not... That changes.
Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy
Another
all.
adventure, are we? Mayhap we'll have some fish to taste.
If you can bring us some glimmercoal. As I've said, glimmercoal you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing. Digger's Ruins. That's the name of the. If you can. As I've said, glimmercoal emits a pale light. So you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spot. Digger's Ruins. That's the name of. If you can bring us some glimmercoal, we'll be able to rekindle the fire in the forge. And the one in old Brocker's heart as well, I expect. As I've said, glimmercoal, so you'll want to cast your eyes about. Digger's Ruins. That's the name. If you can bring us some glimmercoal. As I've said, so you'll want to cast your eye. Digger's Ruins. That's the.
As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again.
Okay, and not a moment's rest. Be a slave.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
If you can bring us some. As I've said, glimmercoal, so you'll want to cast your eyes about for any. Digger's Ruins. That's the name of the place. I'd be most grateful if you could bring back as much as you can.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Always another errand to see to.
This shopping does a number on my shoulders.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but have you always pursued your current vocation in your service to the Arisen?
No. I was previously an archer. For a time, 'twas odd not to feel the weight of a bow and quiver on my back.
I'll combine my magic with yours, and you might cast the spell more quickly.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
This stale air sets me ill at ease.
What I wouldn't give for a map, particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies.
By your leave.
A tad too high, methinks?
Methinks I can make it over there. Might I be of assistance? I am speechless. To think this was possible. My own master must hear of this upon my return.
Well. Colour me surprised.
The broken sections are a hindrance, but I believe we can reach our goal all the same.
Great treasure, but of little use to us.
There's no harm in keeping it on hand till a use presents itself. As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance, you ought to let a few things go.
A short jaunt can quickly become a journey, till before you know it, you're bruised up and all out of curatives.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work. Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here. If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
this will seem of little consequence, but so many sorcerers gathered makes for quite a sight.
I worry about our frailty, but I suppose our foes' attacks must first connect in order to do any damage. Full glad am I to see the sky again.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
It is as you say. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Our prideful foe thinks himself safe in his blood. Drag it to the ground and teach it the error of its way.
Blame it, its weakness!
Well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Our foe has been thrown off balance.
Let us finish this. Bring the beams down!
A focused attack this way. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Few are privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab, even among the Batali.
Indeed. And the researchers employed there are as tight-lipped as they come.
Do the people not quite...
You're back. Have you any glimmer call for me? The forge will be needed more than that.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
I better get to work.
Twould seem we need not always travel by foot, if novel inventions such as this are to be found.
I can foresee no reason not to make use of this.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
My knees are acting up. Well, come, if you think me a liar, then buy something and... the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Many thanks to you.
Off where I stand. Fancy a look at my wares?
I've been here so long I almost forgot. Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for you. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. Many thanks to you.
'Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and the item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Hope to see you again.
'Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check. Go on through.
If you don't mind. Extraordinary! We're not to talk. That went well! How might I aid you, sir?
Hope that vagrant doesn't show his face here again.
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
If our destination is a distant one.
Looks like we both got some time on our hands.
This ox cart's bound for Back Batal. Want on, you'll need to pay up then. This ox is like to eat me out of house and home.
I think I've noticed. I like...
Out of the car!
You've made yourself an enemy.
I'll combine my magic. My craft
Sleep magic? Seems our foe. Recognize the victory.
spells.
focused attack will end this battle.
One must. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
What am I supposed to do?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Done.
Let's
Where the update?
Holy attacks are our best bet against this foe. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. I'll tell you more. yourself, Mundrit, and strike edge.
I think we can manage it.
This foe shall fall by my hand.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Red Wolves!
I do so enjoy our talks. Say, could you lend me a hand? How kind of you.
Beyond repair. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Out the flame, the water's too lit.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different forms. Wondering myself, prefer to have a
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. Would that ox carts were a bit safer and a bit...
Dry survivors can be a decent source of gossip.
What do you take me for? This is your chance to prove your mettle.
This isn't worth my time.
As you wish, I shall return directly.
Dreaded feeling of magic. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
You're really pushing your luck. How kind of you. Take this with my gratitude.
One can see well into the distance.
Vermin have its charms, but so too the top.
Here we go again.
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve will get us far with one of this lot.
Understood.
Too fast for you.
quickly! We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Well, I must.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to cleanse ourselves of everything.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
You're back. Have you any glimmer call for me? That's plenty. Many thanks. Brocker, we've got more glimmer call. Now we can reignite the forge.
'Tisn't the forge what needs igniting, girl, but your fool ears. I've told you my smithing days ended when those monsters moved in. I've no use for glimmer coal anymore. I'm done, understand? I'll not hear another word about that rusted hunk of steel. If you're so keen to have it repaired, then see to it yourself. Now leave me be. My mattress beckons.
Oh, I was certain he'd pick up his tools again if we only had more glimmer coal. My apologies for putting you to all that trouble, sir, but mayhap your efforts needn't go to waste. I could try my hand at repairing that sword for you. If way I see it, if old Brocker's the only smith with the skill to see it done, then I'm your best hope, being as I'm his apprentice and all. Well, what say you? I'm grateful for your trust, sir. You'll soon see your faith was well placed. Mayhap not soon as 'twere. I fear I'm a novice in the truest sense. I'll be needing some time. But I'll see it done all the same. You have my word. Mark me. This blade will be shining like a star by the time I'm finished with it.
Sir Sarah is apprenticed to the legendary dwarven blacksmith. There's no doubt in my mind that she will succeed.
How goes the adventuring?
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
A customer then. That changes things.
The device of fascinating construction, built to carry freight and people, by the looks of it.
Shall we hop on? We needn't let our feet do all the work.
Got some work for me, eh? I'm a master of the craft, I am.
Ox carts are reliable, if naught else.
Got some work for me, eh? I'll not spurn your company. Back again, eh? Can't put a price on quality.
I do so enjoy our talks. Hope I didn't leave the pot on to boil. Hasn't anyone got corn to spend?
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
The monster's really scary.
Look at my wares.
I've seen one.
But not at the expense of my duty.
I try my hand at a new trade.
A customer, then. That changes things.
I've ne'er seen this sort of craftsmanship. How'd they work such a pattern into the blade? Hi there, Arisen! Forgive me, but I've made nary a lick of progress toward restoring that sword of yours. The blade's make is as intricate as 'tis beautiful. Suppose that's why these things ne'er see battle, eh? If I only knew how to create this pattern on the steel, mayhap the rest had come easier.
What are you jabbering about now?
Oh,
You're looking at the work of a blaze hammer. 'Tis a process scarce employed, but one befitting the prestige of a regalia sword. Honestly, girl, you're no apprentice of mine if you can't figure out aught as simple as that.
Sorry, Brocker. Must have slipped my mind. But if these patterns were the work of a blaze hammer, mayhap that's what it'd take to fix the blade. If you've not heard the term, 'tis where you heat your hammer to extreme temperatures by dipping it in magma. 'Tis hardly e'er used since the hammers like to cool afore you can forge aught with it. Brocker's explained the process to me, but I wonder if that's enough.
It seems 'twill take a rather complex process to restore the sword, but I've no doubt that Sir Sarah is up to the task.
There's no great shock to me.
Knowing that the patterns on the sword were the work of a blaze hammer complicates matters somewhat. Suppose I'll sleep on it. Mayhap the answer'll come to me on the morrow.
How could that whelp fail to recognize the distinctive traces of a blaze hammer? But it's what she does next that really counts.
Look around, sweetheart. But be sure to buy all.
My bag for someone else.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Well, did use more places like this.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
I'm in no rush. Off on another adventure, are we?
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Let's take it easy today. Easy now.
Careful, Master! Lennox,
Fire will prove effective against this foe.
that was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
You're the one who brought that regalia sword here in the first place, aye? I want a word. It's that fool apprentice of mine. I haven't seen her since yesterday. Knowing her, she skipped off to the mountain base cave on Volcanic Island. It's the only place with enough heat, see? Since you're the one who inspired this nonsense, you'd best go find her and bring her back in one piece. Lest I ring my hammer against that hollow shell you call a skull!
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true.
This ends here.
Don't give up now. You can pull through.
Forsters arrive.
Of course it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done.
Ah, well met. You'll be glad to hear we've succeeded in capturing another of the coral snakes. Fortunately for us, this one started talking the moment a bargain of acquittal was mentioned. Mayhap through speaking with him, we might discern some means of loosening Hugo's tongue. Ah, fortunately for us, mayhap through speaking with him,
one of... has been poisoned.
Well met.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
That's it. I've had enough. That's it. I've had enough. Can't be happening.
looking for aught in particular.
I'm scared the life.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet. hold on to it.
Fret not. I'll make the pain go away. Best keep still a moment. Good thing I was standing here, eh?
Do we make them rue their own impatience?
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Very well, if I must.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste. I'll combine my magic with yours. Might cast a spell more quickly.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
I see it. We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this point will spur us into the next.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your position. One of us has been poisoned.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
see, this is the product of your heedlessness.
You taking the initiative, I'll have you know.
Arisen, are you alright? The Arisen have been drenched.
Reinforcements? Wouldn't know we had such
Well, we may not die in battle, far cry from being invincible.
mega challenge if I ever saw one. This will be over in moments.
What's your footy, Master?
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Have naught to fear. I'll protect you.
I never thought I'd see the day when I'd be in your debt.
Remember, no this does not make you.
Arisen turns blue with cold.
Magic, Serac,
Tis frightfully warm here. There is...
Pray, hold a moment. Have you some business in our encampment? You may call me Ernesto. I have been charged with overseeing the patrols here on Volcanic Island. I'm afraid I cannot allow you to simply wander about as you please. Might I inquire as to what brings you here? You came all the way out here to deliver this to me? 'Twas most generous of you, sir. Now, pray, grant me a moment to pen a missive of my own. Here you are. Would you be so kind as to deliver this to a man by the name of Barbas? You will find him in the Agamen ruins, not far from here. Do this, and the author of that letter shall be afforded refugee status. I trust you understand the importance of this task.
We ought to see this to its destination.
That's where you're hiding.
The enemy counts a sorcerer among their ranks. Be vigilant. A single spell can turn the tide of battle. You need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Remind you of a certain someone we've met.
I am saved. Thank you. Lo, a ballista.
Let us make use of this during battle. Catch our foes unawares.
It seems we have a fate.
Reckless opponent takes the east threat.
By your quickly arisen. You must regain your footing. One of us has been drenched. Pushing on without rest isn't ideal. I'm dead on my feet.
I fear for our chances if we were to be set upon now.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
My magics are at your disposal!
Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale.
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for...
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Any place. Well met, sir. How might I be of service? You can't go in yet, sir. You haven't paid.
Why are you doing this, Arisen? Let me get that. suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I'd wager that ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.